right, guys, welcome everybody. I'm Mike Ritchie. I'm the artistic director here at Senate Theater Group. I want to welcome you all to the room. I have never done Beckett or Waiting for Godot, and have always wanted to. I've done hundreds of shows, both as a stage manager and a producer. This is one of the greatest plays ever written, and I think the opportunity for us to bring it to ourselves and to a greater audience here in Los Angeles is a gift.
This play, this supposed abstraction, actually has a relevance, which Michael touched on, to what is happening today. What I would like to think is that this audience comes and sees something about their existence, how we live in the world today, the assumptions that we make, our relationships with other people, how we aggress, how we retreat, how we fail each other, how obvious that is. Where the solution lies, I hope all of those questions arise in people and that they actually come out of the theater more informed, more committed, and more engaged than when they went in.
Endgame, that was the first play I did with Beckett. And in fact, at my first rehearsal, I played the scene, the Nag-Nell scene, with Beckett. He did Nell and I did Nag, because the Nell hadn't turned up. He kept saying, well, let's do the Nag-Nell scene. And I said, we can't because she's not here. And he said, oh, that's all right, Alan. He said, we'll pull up 2 chairs. He said, and I'll do Nell and you do Nag. And of course, there were all these people there, at the rehearsal. I mean, he let everybody come in, like Albert Finney and Nicole Williamson and so on. I mean, people would drop in. And there was the press was there. This was my first. So I did that. And then Company, about a 75-minute monologue. Another piece of his I did was called Stirrings Still. And then I directed the production of Happy Days. You see, I've done quite a bit of this.
My first Beckett play was Endgame when I was in University College Dublin. I've done a number of productions of Endgame over the years. I've always played Clove in Endgame. I'd love to play Ham. One day might do that. I've done Lucky and Waiting for Godot. I've done Estragon, and now I'm playing Vladimir, although I have done Vladimir quite a bit as well. I've also played Willie in Happy Days, and I've played in some of the radio plays. So even though I do a lot of other work, I have been associated with Beckett because I've done 2 one-man shows as well. I'll Go On, based on the novels Malloy, Malone Dies and The Unnameable, and also more recently Watt, my own adaptation of the novel Watt, which he wrote during the Second World War when he's living in the southeastern part of France. I just love his work. It just speaks to me, as it did the first time I saw it when I was an 11-year-old watching television and seeing Waiting for Godot in an old black and white version on BBC television. And I just thought, what is this? It just spoke to me,
The design has been exciting, the set design, the design with the projections, the lighting that we're going to be incorporating has all been thrilling, and in conjunction with the costuming, which is going to be a little bit different. Working with these actors, they're the most accomplished actors of Beckett's work in the world.
In my mind, the taper is such a beautiful space for the show because it's in a way circular, and we can create this sort of circular playing area. And the idea was also to kind of not make a specifically realistic, naturalistic place. This is more of a place in a ritual way. It's a theater place. It's a stage, a set. It's a place to play on without being fake or phony, but it's not realistic. So that's kind of like where we've landed in this.
I feel like I'm crashing a real fancy party. I mean, I'm amazed to even be in the room with some of these dudes. They're of the most highest and exquisite quality, and just to be around them and to be absorbing in that presence is really, really special.
Kind of intimidated. All these big actors are in here and they've done a lot of theater throughout their lives, and I'm just starting, I guess, in a way, and they've done this their whole entire life, and this is like one of the biggest plays I've done in my career, so kind of intimidating, but it's gonna be fun.
We're pretty heavy-duty guys, so I have to be up on my Beckett. I've shared a lot of my own interpretations with the actors. They all seem to be excited about that. They've challenged me a little bit, which I, of course, expected. So that's a good beginning to the process.